special guest. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kicking It with Keith. Make sure to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. for the audio portion on all streaming platforms, and catch the video on my YouTube channel on Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Thank you for your continued support, friend. I love me some you, and you are greatly appreciated. A lot of you all may know there's never a time in my house, in my anything, where I just do not have candles burning at all times of every single day. I literally have different scented candles burning in all of my rooms. I know y'all's butt be stinking when you wake up in the morning. I know your feet stink. I know y'all be going in that bathroom pooting and stuff. It's a very diverse collection of scents. Scents that are sweet, from scents that smell like linen, from scents that are just fresh. The Manhattan. We got another one called the Bronx. We have another one called Play in My Garden. Ooh. I have this in here just burning in the bedroom, because it's the Love Jones candle. So again, that's candlesticks with the XS promo code KWK10. I want to thank all of you all for tuning back in to another episode of Kicking It with Keith. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kicking It with Keith. I got somebody who I'm very okay. So listen, I know. Every time I tell y'all, I'll be like, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back on here. I know y'all be like, this nigga can't do this by himself, and you know. You might be right. I don't know. But either way it goes, I'm going to keep reaching for the stars. And speaking of stars, I got somebody here who I've been following for honestly a few years. And I think it's actually really good because I got someone to show y'all here in a little bit. But so I know him as Cornell, but you all know him as Sneezes. Listen, Sneezes, excuse you, bless you, all that good stuff. So, hold on. What's up, friend?
Hey, what's up? It's Neezus, by the way. But what's up?
He's gonna get that from me every single time.
It's
and
okay.
I tell him I'm country, and he. Let me tell you something. My man is from the DMV, just like this man is.
I am,
and they are so bougie with their language.
We are not.
They be like. Oh,
y'all are going to stop calling us bougie. We are not bougie.
I actually heard y'all are bougie for real.
We're just well spoken.
Is
that bougie?
No, but okay, we're gonna talk about that later because I know there's a particular, it's like a woo kind of word that I always hear, like avenue. Are you from Baltimore?
I'm not from Baltimore.
Okay, so that's a
whole different.
That's the ugliest accent.
Baltimore. I love Baltimore accents.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not from Baltimore. But I love their accent.
Okay,
I love up north accents, New York, Jersey. Baltimore, Philly.
See, I guess I'm the other way because I'm super country, so I just be like, ooh,
you southern.
You sound like you could sound like you could fry the fuck out some chicken.
Cool, like southern folks.
Man, look.
Yeah, but we could fry some chicken too, though.
But get you a southern man though. I'm just
okay,
saying,
I'll keep that in mind.
The southern gent. All right, so okay, let me go ahead and I just took over your intro and stuff like that. So I know you as a rapper, I know you as a model, I know you, I know you from Walking Balls. I've seen you kind of just dip your fingers in a lot of different things. And so I would like for you to give you the opportunity to be able to introduce yourself, from your own words.
Yeah, that's always hard when people say introduce yourself. Yeah. But I'm multi-talented. I can do pretty much anything I put my mind to. I am a model. I've modeled since, and I'm an urban model. I don't want to say because I feel like everyone says they're a model. I'm an urban model, so I was in like the modeling scene back home. I started that in high school, 10th grade. So I've been doing that walking runway, walking balls and stuff for a very long time. I just started dabbing my feet in the rapping thing. I have 2 songs out right now. I'm working on so fucking much. Just stay tuned.
No sleep. No sleep.
Never no sleep. I'm a bartender too. Gotta get the coins.
I know. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna cut him off for a second because look, let me tell y'all how busy this motherfucker is.
Busy.
I was like, hey, so I film on these days, and I need you here. He was like, well, I ain't never got no off day, so nigga, you gonna get me when you got me. I'm just
and I mean, I work a 9 to 5 too, so I'm I'm doing a lot, but I'm an artist. I'm just an artist. I'm a creative, and
to kind of wrap it up, you just are creative, honestly, and
I'm
that
creative.
I think that is so because as creators, that's multifaceted. Like I think it's almost like I think it's like you can't really get one sometime without getting others. Like for
You
myself, oh, go ahead.
no, go finish.
Well, I was gonna say because like for me, I categorize myself as a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's been times where I've been able to write a little rap, and although I'm not a rapper, I'm not trying to be like Crazy. Some niggas getting a little older. But I'm not. Well, no, actually, because there's no age on that.
No, I feel like people can literally. We see so much in the day and we learn so much in the day. People can literally wake up one day and want to try something new. So
Absolutely.
I don't think I don't like when people put me in the box, oh, you're just a model or you're a rapper now. I can wake up tomorrow and figure out, learn how to paint, and then all of a sudden grow a passion for painting and become a painter. So like, that's why I say it's hard for me to introduce myself because I feel like anything that I put my mind to, I can really do. And yeah, so I guess creative would be the word for me.
You wrapped it up and put a bow on it.
So why I said that? So because people always say now everyone wants to be a rapper. Now everybody's a rapper. Now everybody's this and that. It's like, bro, you cannot. People can wake up tomorrow,
and that also kind of stops people's creativity, and it also discourages them from wanting to do other things. Because I ain't no rapper at all, but thank God.
You might be though, because I wasn't a rapper for a long time, and then I woke up one day and realized that I can put a song together and I can make it make sense. And now everybody's calling me a rapper, and it's like, no, I'm just a creative, man.
But not everybody got that. So the point we making is creators typically are multi-talented. I come across a lot of people who can sing, but they can also draw, or they can dance, or they can, like for me, I'm a comedian, but I can, act, do a little improv, I'm a little rapping and a little. Oh, go ahead. You got something. God. You got something. What you got, friend?
You know what's crazy is I really be playing myself. I introduced myself. I said that I was a model. I said that I was a rapper, but I dance as well.
Yes, you do.
And that is something that I always forget about for some reason. But yes, I can catch a count too. So I guess you can throw dancer in the hat as well.
Okay. Well, guess what, y'all? I have to show y'all something real quick. So listen. The reason why I get so giddy and stuff like that is because I've been following this man for a minute. And I remember I'd come across, it was during quarantine, and I come across one of his videos. And I don't know if he remembers this, but I want to let y'all know my real introduction to this man. So just watch.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous.
Tragic. Like cabbage and some radish. Please check your pH balance. Your mama wouldn't have it. So go handle it. Tragic. Check your pH balance. Hey, bow.
So I couldn't use the regular song because they're going to flag my ass, so I had to put my little...
Not that video out of all videos, of course.
No, I just thought that would be so, I thought that was a nostalgic thing because I feel like when I did that, I feel like I sent this, I was like, look at this, and that was my first TikTok video or some shit like that.
I remember.
That is so funny, but
that video out of all videos, Lord, I took that video down. I can't believe you. Well, you're in that, so that's why you still have it.
Oh, did that look creepy? Oh my god!
No, it wasn't creepy at all. It's just, it's just the vibe. It was the vibe.
So, well, honestly, I felt like you killed that video. When I watched that video, if I'm keeping it honest with you, because I had to watch it a couple of times because listen, I'm the worst dancer. Now I give you a pelvic thrust out this motherfucking world. Unless I get drunk, then I start bopping all over the goddamn place. I don't know, whatever. But I feel like when I was watching that, I saw intricacy in your movement. And I feel like with that, I could tell that you were a dancer just from that 15-second video alone. I could tell that the way that you moved was so precise. So I'm wondering, give us a little more about your dance background because this is no what the gays say. This ain't no shade.
No shade.
But what were you a cheerleader or anything? Because you gave cheer vibes, not as an insult, because I think I see a lot of very athletic cheerleaders.
No, I get it. Yeah, so I started dancing at a very young age when I was 5. I was in love with Michael Jackson. I was in love with Michael Jackson. I was in love with Janet Jackson. There was a time when I would put white baby powder all over my face. Swear, this is no lie. You can this is for real. And I used to like perform Michael Jackson for my family. That's how much of a Michael Jackson stan I was. Like I had a Michael Jackson impersonator come to my birthday party when I was really young. Like I love Michael Jackson. So I've always had like a little niche for dancing. And then when I what's funny? That is not funny. People find that funny. I love Michael Jackson.
No, it was the white baby powder for me.
I swear, that's not a lie either.
It's the fact. I know they a lot. It's just the fact that you just skipped past it like it wasn't shit. You were just like, oh yeah, you used to white baby powder on my face, and then oh yeah, you used to perform my family. Like we gotta take a second to just really soak in the face.
The girls are black facing nowadays. Why not? Shit. That's not funny. I did that when I was really young, by the way. I think I was like 4 or 5.
I believe it. I believe that. No, I'm sorry. That was just
you good.
Cute. That was the cutest thing. Because I can see a kid. I can see a kid definitely doing stuff like that. I'm in tears over here.
And what's crazy is I don't remember a lot from my childhood, but those types of memories I definitely remember. But yeah, so I started dancing at like 5, and then I was like really heavy in the church. So I joined like the dance ministry. The dance ministry was named after me. I will not tell y'all the name because it's just not giving all that. But I was a choreographer in the dance ministry. I was a cheerleader in high school. I took dance classes in high school. Like I was really into dance until I got older and became lazy and just not consistent. But yeah, I've been dancing for a very long time. It's like one of my like favorite things to do.
I could tell you did cheerleading at one point because while you were doing that video, you kind of had like this ready.
Okay.
you had this like, you know, I thought you was about to do a, what are they called, the toe touch thing. I was like, oh, he's about to turn that motherfucker up. But yeah,
not no more. Legs don't go that high.
Oh my God. Okay, well, can I ask you something?
How
old are you? Okay. Well, then,
I don't mind. I'm very confident in my age, but I'm not going to tell you. But I'm going to say I'm in my late 20s. Okay. I'm still in my 20s. I'm still in the 20s.
No,
okay?
Listen, you are still a baby, so definitely don't. Because listen, Big Daddy, you know, I might be turning 31 in March.
Oh please, that's still young.
Yeah, but you know, let me tell you something.
Okay.
When you turn 30, now look, I told motherfuckers back in the day, I said, look. From about 23 to 24, 25, I started feeling it, you know, already like, okay, you getting a little older. You probably need to stop doing all these backflips and flipping and jumping and hopping. You probably need to sit your ass down. Now, you know, when I turned 30, I thought I was good. I turned 30, and within the first 6 months of me being 30, it all just like, it wasn't like, oh, we gonna warn you. It wasn't like,
smack you in the face.
It smacked me dead in the goddamn temple. It was like, oh, wow, like knocked me out. Like I got my first bald spot, which it grew back in. I think I just had a little alopecia.
At 30?
Yes, but it was like I don't know. I think honestly, I might have caught something or just been something. I think because I actually heard Drake say that when he got COVID, he actually started going bald, and so I don't know because I had like a bald patch right here.
Oh my God!
But it grew back in. I'm good though. But like that happened. I got my first hemorrhoid. Oh my God, y'all! This needs to move.
Not your first hemorrhoid, Lord.
I got my first hemorrhoid. I ain't know. You know.
I don't know.
That was my only hemorrhoid too, yo. Okay, I've had another one since. Whatever. But I'm just saying, like, either way, no. Look, that diet, you got to just really, when you turn 30, back to the point I was saying.
Yes,
earlier,
Lord Jesus.
Back to the point. We tend to do that a lot. Back to what I'm saying is when you do get older, you could sneeze and blow your whole hip out. And you be on that couch.
You're only 31 though. You need to stretch because you shouldn't be feeling like that at 30.
Let me see a toe touch.
Me right now, no, but I could do it. I could do it. I've actually been stretching because I said by my birthday, I was about to say my age, but I said by my birthday, I want to be able to do a full split. That's a goal of mine. So I've been stretching. I can do a toe touch. I can do a leg lift.
So
it gives
okay,
that.
I guess like I'm a little confused, and the only reason why I'm confused is because like I feel like anytime like when I was younger and I tried to do a split or something like that, I just felt like my balls were about to pop open.
But I feel stretch.
But I feel like it has nothing to do with your balls, does it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it inner thigh, inner legs? Like it's not
inner
like
thigh, inner leg. You have to stretch your legs. It really has. I mean, your balls are. I mean, everything's attached. Everything's going to stay attached. You just have to stretch. You have to get
It was a thing. We knew a guy back in the day. Like that's how you know little kids is mean, and you know in those backwoods country towns like Kentucky and shit like that, they'd be all rude. There's this kid that knew how to do the splits. We'd all be like, "Oh, he's gay. He ain't got no nuts."
No, we definitely have everything that every other man has. We're just a little more flexible, and we stretch and take care of our bones.
Yeah, some of y'all can be turned into pretzels. I'm more like a.
Don't pretzel me.
I'm like a Dorito. You get one thing up my ass,
and that's it.
That's it.
Oh goodness, Doritos are good too. We like Doritos.
Cool Ranch with that little ranch dip on.
Love Cool Ranch. Love nacho cheese. Love sweet and spicy.
Man, we see each other.
We see each other.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kicking It with Keith. Make sure to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. for the audio portion on all streaming platforms, and catch the video on my YouTube channel on Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Thank you for your continued support, friend. I love me some you, and you are greatly appreciated. I don't think that I really told you kind of where you was coming.
No, it's okay. I follow you on Twitter. I follow you on Instagram. I'm aware of
it. You kind of know what I'm giving, okay? Because I know sometimes I can be a lot.
I'm aware. It's okay. This is your platform. I'm a guest. I'm honored to be here. Do you?
You are my guest host for the day. So
we all take, number 2. So.
Oh, look, and I'll be looking.
Okay.
Get y'all some black draws, okay? If y'all be cooting as much as I do, I don't leave no stains. But like Ray J said, get a black draws. Get you some baby wipes. Niggas, learn how to wipe y'all's asses. Straight men, listen, guess what? You know how y'all all think that we want y'all? Guess what? A lot of y'all be cute. But if you can't wipe your ass, you can't do nothing for me.
I agree. I would have to agree.
If you can't clean your ass,
I would have to agree.
That's basic fucking hygiene.
It is.
Wash your ass, fellas. As far as your music goes, what kind of projects do you have coming out? I know you said you had 2 songs. So what was it that made you get up and be like, I'm about to write this song? And did you do it did you do it from home? Did you do it from a studio? Like, what did you do? And who, did you get in?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 stories. Do I have enough time? But they're not long stories. Okay, so how I got into rapping, it was during the quarantine. I was with a group of friends, and we were at one of my friends' house, and one of my friends who also writes music was like, let's write a song. Was sitting there for 15 minutes, could not figure out how to start the song, had no clue. So my friend gave me 2 lines to start the song, and from then I just went fucking bananas. Yeah. And that same night we went to his house. We recorded a song at his house because he had a home studio. We was up to 6 a.m. recording the song. Mm-hmm. And from that day on, now the song actually wasn't trash, but it wasn't good. I don't know where the fuck that song is now. But from then,
the one that you released, because I thought
no, this is when I first figured out.
That was good, friend.
Yes, no, this is when I first figured out. So the next day I went home. I promise you, I wrote 4 songs. They were probably all trash, but I was so intrigued with writing music at that point. So some months went past, and I had a work from home job, and I was just listening to beats all day, just listening to beats, and I heard a beat. And I fell in love with it. And while I was working, I was literally just writing. Anything that came to mind, I was just writing. And that's normally how I write. I listen to a beat, and if I'm inspired by the beat, then I just start writing. And I write really fucking fast out of nowhere.
Yeah. You know what? As creatives, it really, listen, anybody who ever employs a creative, I feel so bad for you. I feel so bad because as creative, for real, we be at work.
Yes.
What the fuck can I do?
It's crazy.
I can't even, honestly, I get some of my best work done
at work. Yes.
Shit.
That's the crazy part.
These people.
Mm-hmm. And that's when I figured out that this is something that I wanted to do. When I couldn't stop doing it, it's okay. Because at one point I was like, okay, maybe you should not do this. You don't want everybody thinking oh, he wants to be a rapper now. Maybe you should just back off. But I continued to do it. I wrote Nasty. That's out now. My song Nasty, that's out now. I wrote that in 2 days, no cap. I was working from home. I wrote Nasty. And yeah, I have a lot of songs.
Mama, stop playing making beats again.
My nigga too for the goat, these other niggas basic.
I love hearing bitches say I'm overrated. Still got my day job, bitch. I ain't even made it. Didn't know that making moves would have y'all niggas hating. Still catching checks, so I'ma just pay it cause it's late shit. Got them dressed, then we got faded. Told them I was booked, and of course these niggas waiting. Niggas say you stuck, yeah, on the first date. And I ain't got time if his pockets ain't caking and he flaking. Bad little daddy to the bone, though. Yeah, he pay my bills, but I ain't answering the phone, though. Told him pull up, had nothing but a thong on him. Thought he would hit, I left that D on the stronghold. Nigga had a fit, told him leave, that's a no-no. Say he had other hoes, damn, that's a low blow. Since you wanna start, grab your keys, hit the door, bro. I don't compete with these hoes, I'm on solo. Nigga had 10 hoes, he treat you like you one of them. Just like him, I got a ton of them. If they wanna do it, I'ma do it, let's have fun with them. Just like Nike, I'ma run with them. School these niggas like it's none of them. Old niggas stalking, I want none of them. New niggas talking, I vacate in the sun with them. Landed in LA, ride his face in the shade. And the way this body shape, make that nigga say it's great shit. In my bag, I'm not coming out. Fuck my name, I got something to put in your mouth. DC baby, but I run this shit down south. And I don't speak, cause I don't do shit for the clout. What you niggas really bout, talking shit, but you not it. Since you dropped the boat, I'm sitting in the cockpit. If I give you time, nigga, better lock it. Better be Flavor Flav on that whole clock shit. Make some bop shit, make you drop it. Make your pops hit. Got your moms really hating, cause now I'm adopted. This some raw shit, you can top this. This some give your man sloppy top on a yacht shit. Ain't no flop shit. Everything I do is gonna be better than you. And I know y'all laughing now, but y'all boo-boo the fool. Cause I'm coming in this bitch with my raincoat and boot. Washing all you bitches down with the pen in the boot. It's like who? About to do it like the boy Nelly Nail. I made this shit look so easy, but you made it hard as selling. To be honest, I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say. Cause I said what I said, tizzle down every day, bitch. And I wouldn't change a thing for you bitches. Yeah, y'all hold designer down, but you bums look like Twisha. Super wishing, watch how I make this shit come true. Yeah, y'all might not see it now, you heard it first in the booth. Little bitch, yeah, little bitch. Gang, 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 gang. They done put a real bitch on the mic. A real bougie bitch is on the mic. What's good? Neezus has officially left the chat.
Shit out that song too.
Thank you. I love Nasty.
You don't get nervous in front of crowds.
I've been.
Go ahead.
No, like I said, I was modeling since high school, so I'm used to performing and having to be in front of crowds. I've won trophies, I've won money. Like I get it. That's my thing.
And especially having to walk in those balls and stuff for all the gays be super judgy and catty and stuff like that.
They're not judging me.
They can't.
They already know. Listen, let me tell you, they know what's up. When I walk runway, that's when I'm my most cockiest self. Like that's when I know I'm that bitch. They know when I come in, they already know what's up.
Listen, y'all, I want y'all, you know what? Let me make sure to throw this up here real quick because I actually forgot to throw this because I want y'all to definitely go follow this man. Please. And go take a look at, some of his videos and stuff like that. Because first off, he be motherfucking moving. I ain't playing with y'all.
Thank you.
Like, I said this before, and I guess people,
underscore.
Not
I think it's an underscore at the end.
Not all gays can dance. Like for me, the only way that anybody, I could I would rep the house of Fashion Nova men. That's the house I'm in. Not the house of Balenciaga. No, I'm in the house of Fashion Nova. Like, time where I seen you post something one time.
My post get me in trouble.
You tweeted or something like that. You was like, so my friend told me that I'd have me a rich white man within a few months of living out here. And I've been out here for almost a year, and guess what? Still ain't got no rich white man.
Ain't got no rich white man. Ain't had no rich white man. Where are the rich white men? I haven't had nothing. I ain't had no rich black man. Shit.
Uncle Leroy, go find
somebody, please, come on. Lord. I can't do it by myself no more.
But you know what, though? Honestly, I feel like you are in a place where I don't know if I'd want to date no rich man because I feel like there's so much that comes with dating a rich man. Like, what? Okay.
You don't know until you try.
Listen, I was gonna say I'm gonna take half of that statement back.
Yeah, slow it down.
Because Big Daddy got granddaddy bills over.
Hell yes.
So maybe if somebody will come take care of
you know what's crazy? I've had niggas take can I say niggas? Yes, I've had niggas take care of me.
Really?
Yes, and not have to do anything. Like never have sex, never send a nude, never nothing. Like just, and this is no lie. Like I have. So I've been blessed but it hasn't been consistent. Like I need consistent blessings.
You can build a foundation off of it. It's like you just come in, you pop in, and
you pop in, you take care of what needs to be taken care of at the time. Ooh. But I need you to be consistent. I need you to take care of it all the time.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Are you actually? Would you actually be? Would you legit be willing to have a sugar daddy?
Yes.
How much sugar are you willing to put out?
Depends on the price. Depends on the price.
Everybody got a price. Everybody got a motherfucking price.
I don't know. See, I don't know. I think
it also depends on how they look too. I feel like it's like honestly, okay. I think that plays a huge part because listen, there's a difference between like I'm 30. There's a difference between having maybe a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old sugar daddy who still look good. Mm-hmm. But when y'all start coming across
70, 80,
old Saint Nick and Chris Kringle and all that shit, Santa Claus and Mrs.
You know what's crazy? You could still deposit a little bag in my account, 60, 70, 80. Now that determines where the sugar exactly the sugar that determines
So I that's kind of my thing, and it's so okay. So I'll go into this when it comes to the world of sex. Although my pound game is 1, I feel like it's really hard for me. I'm never gonna be the person allowed to say, "Oh, it's just personality that attracts me." No, you got to look motherfucking good. I don't care.
It depends.
Well, it does depend, but also. If you want to be my sugar daddy, there's almost if I'm not physically attracted to you and you 80 or just weird or you do this weird shit and you just trying to be my sugar daddy, I won't be able to perform with you no matter how much money you give me.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you determine where the sugar comes in, because not every older man or sugar daddy wants sugar. Like I said, I've had people take care of me, and I didn't have to do anything but just nothing but respond to a text message or, communicate consistently. I've never had to do anything sexual for, honestly, I've never done anything sexual for money.
Yeah. Me neither.
Now, would I? No. Well,
okay. Well, no.
It depends on the price.
I've never physically done something sexual for money. However, my thing is more so like I have had somebody, which was kind of weird, just somebody who's fucking married, and I kind of want to tell his husband because he won't leave the fuck alone.
I think I did something too.
No, huh?
I think I did. I think I did something physical.
Shut up.
I've done something physical for money, but it hasn't been like sex.
So I might have sent somebody a couple little pictures, but Kanye. Yeah, so I would say this. I can't say I've done the OnlyFans and stuff like that. So, obviously I've been in the sex work industry. And then also I had this one weird man who was always like, "Oh, I'll send you." Look, I used to get his ass too. I'd be like, if you want anything, you need to send me $300 on Cash App right the fuck now.
And what would you send him?
A picture or a video or some shit like that.
Wow. Love it. Love to hear it.
Shit, listen, I don't really know many people who make $300
for a picture.
An hour. I mean, a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I already got it in my library. Go ahead and give me that and shit. So, I've done a couple things for sex, so I'm not, I ain't.
Nothing's wrong with that.
But never physically. Like, you can't be like, "Oh, I want to do this with you and I'll pay you this," unless you like Chris Brown or something, then I won't charge you.
I'm definitely charging Chris Brown, but it's not going to, Chris Brown is rich. Chris Brown is rich.
True. That's true. You'd be like, nigga, $1,000
hell
is nothing to you. Okay.
Right.
No, I feel you.
Drop a bag, nigga. We give it, and listen.
Look, I saw Bow Wow post something earlier today. He was like, he said, he was like, "Man, I hate when girls be like, 'Oh, I got a dude.'" He was like, "Shit, I'll buy your dude something too."
Period.
He was like, period. He's like, question, problem solved. Shit.
Buy me something. Go right ahead.
No, for
That's
real,
how I am too. Listen. Like if I had a nigga and we was at the club and the nigga was trying to buy me a drink, my best friend tells me this all the time. Mm-hmm. I've been single for a very long time. All three of my best friends are in relationships. And one of my best friends say all the time, if a nigga tries to buy me a drink at the club and I'm with my nigga, I'm going to say, "Well, you need to buy my nigga a drink too."
I think that's very respectful, to be completely honest with you, because fucking with a nigga like me, there's no quicker way to get both of y'all's asses snatched up. But not.
See, that's the thing. I haven't been in anything that deep yet for me to.
Well, no, I'm not saying when I say snatched up, I more so mean like I mean snatched up. Like, don't play with me with my man. Like, you come over here offering him a drink, you better be offering 2, or you're gonna be walking back with nothing. Period. And look.
I don't think that I would get like that I mean, I'm pretty jealous. I'm a jealous person, but I don't think that I would get like that if a nigga brought my nigga a drink. I was like, it's a drink, and niggas buy me drinks all the time.
So let me ask you this though. So let me say, what if you were saying, like, what if a dude walked up to you with your man and you was like, this is just hypothetical, I guess. What if you was with your man and he was like, he wanted to buy your man a drink and your man was like, well, that's my boyfriend or something like that. Can you buy us both a drink? And he was like, no, I'll buy you a drink.
Then go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying that. What would be? Your
I wouldn't do anything. I would expect my niggas to say, well, then I don't want to drink. I wouldn't do anything. Let me tell you something about me. I never go back and forth with the third. Okay, that's not my place. It's my nigga's place to correct that. Now, if my nigga don't correct that, then him and I have a problem. But you'll never catch me out there arguing with a bitch over a nigga. Ooh. If my man says, in order for you to buy me a drink, you must buy my nigga a drink, and you say no, then you're not buying either one of us a drink, and we can go buy our own drinks. Like,
all right. So you're very mature then. You're not like the.
I've just been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I've encountered a lot of.
I'm pretty sure, especially since moving out fucking Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
I remember when I listen during. I don't know. First off, there was no quarantine in Atlanta.
It was a quarantine. It was a quarantine. People don't live here. People don't know. We were locked in the house. We were not locked in the house as long as everyone else, but Atlanta was locked down for...
Y'all was in the club fighting every weekend.
No, we were not. I
seen Malik Joseph get beat up at least 3 times.
Who is that? See, I don't even know who that is. Malik Joseph? Isn't he in New York?
I don't know. I think they.
Yes, I think.
Well, no, I just said I seen basically during that time I seen a lot of fights happening in Atlanta, and I feel like honestly, I remember like saying like, shit, I want to go take a trip to Atlanta, but I remember saying I don't want to get jumped in the club. Like, it was becoming such a stigma for a minute. It really was. Like,
I've been in Atlanta for 4 years. I can
obviously handle myself, but
I could tell. I've been in Atlanta for 4 years, and I have not been in one fight. Now, I've not been in any like drama.
Who would you piss off though? You seem really okay.
No, but bitches piss me off. That's the problem. But I'm just nice, and I'm too old to be arguing with bitches I really don't care about. Like, I don't care about y'all.
Ooh, say that one more time.
I don't care about y'all. Like, y'all don't. Like, I think that's where people like get it fucked up is like, y'all don't do anything for me. I don't lose any sleep. I don't lose any money. Like, if a bitch don't like me, then you just don't like it. What are we going to do about it?
Ooh, that's a word, y'all. Make sure you put that in your notepad, notebook, and in your Bible scriptures. All right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kicking It with Keith. Make sure to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. for the audio portion on all streaming platforms, and catch the video on my YouTube channel on Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Thank you for your continued support, friend. I love me some you, and you are greatly appreciated.
So you got me in my office shit, child.
Yeah, listen. We about to handle business.
Let's get to it.
These is black-owned businesses on both ends of these screens right here. Whether anybody know it or not, we're gonna speak that into existence. 2022.
Amen. Listen, 2022 is about to be lit for me.
Oh my
New
God.
Single, new video.
Oh my God! Are you doing a video?
That's what's taking me so long. The video, the process is just very tedious. Very expensive. So if there's any sugar daddies out there looking to spin the bag, listen, mama's trying to drop a video. That shit is expensive as fuck. You see
scrolling right here. Find him.
NEYZUS.
Is that your Cash App as well?
Yes, it is. Without the underscore. You just take the underscore out and put the little money sign, boom.
In the front. Yeah.
In the front, Neezus. Yes.
Help him. Okay. No, I'm just playing stupid. Support me, bitch.
Support me, bitch. I'm trying out here. It's hard. Shit.
Well, that's actually amazing. So let me ask you: Do you have a vision board?
Yes, I do have. I have a vision board. I have chalk. I have like a dry eraser board in my apartment. I have a notebook. Like,
have you been doing vision boards before, or was this something that you more so just started?
No, I've done a vision board before. This is probably the vision board that I'm probably working on now is probably like my 3rd vision board. I've done vision boards before. Okay. And on the very first vision board, I was able to do most of it. Like it was like moving to my own apartment and credit score, all that good shit, and I was able to achieve that. So I do believe that a video will be dropping this year with a single.
It will. For some odd reason, I feel like 2022 is not only going to be your year. I don't feel like it's not only going to be my year. I feel like 2022 is going to be the year for so many people.
I agree.
I feel like something about this just new year just feels so promising. And I feel like I'm hoping that we don't get back into a part where we're kind of shut back down again like before, because stuff is starting to get, kind of out of hand again. But at the same time, like I just see that I feel like people's been down too long. And now that everybody's down, they like, no, we got to get this shit popping.
That's how I feel. I'm like, bitch, it's time to. It's up and it's stuck. Like,
I ain't playing no game with none of these motherfuckers.
Yes, you better put out the display board.
Look, I ain't here because for me, it's crazy because I'd say I've written down little wish lists and I've written down things in little books and stuff like that. Throughout the years of the stuff that I would want or goals and stuff like that. There's something a little different about putting it on a vision board because you see it. And there has been so many things that have, although I am still a small business and we nonprofit at this point because it's all my money going into this motherfucker. But
that's how it starts.
So crazy. It's just so crazy the opportunities and the people and some of the responses that I'm getting from the people. Like, hey. All right, so I don't know. Was we pretty much done for the last? I gotta quit drinking on my shows. Like it'd be cute for the.
No, it's fine.
Let's drink, but then
I'll be
like,
drunk? How fast? How fast are you drinking the cocktail?
Well, so the thing about it is, it ain't really about how fast you drink it. It's how much liquor you mix with your ginger ale. Because you can still drink it slow. But if you put a whole lot of liquor in there, it'd be like, ooh.
Meanwhile, I'm drinking wine.
That's making too much noise for me. That damn okay. One of the things that you did want to touch on was mental health, and so I want to ask, do you want to discuss, I guess, mental health, with Black men in the Black community, LGBT mental health, or just mental health in general?
I think it's just mental health in general. I think people, for me, and this is just my experience, I think I forgot about how much I deal with in a day. Yeah. Like in a day alone, and there's 365 days a year. And sometimes we just put it in the back of our mind. And when it gets to the point where it's time to figure shit out, you have all of that stuff piled up in the back of your mind, and you're trying to figure out how to get from A to Z, or from left to right. And it's like all that drama in the back of your mind, you have to sit down and literally
it wakes you up at 3:44 a.m. every night. Every night.
And for me, the last 2 years has been, I'll be honest, has been extremely hard for me. Besides the pandemic, just my own personal life and my own personal mental health journey has been extremely hard. And now I'm okay with admitting or talking about how important it is to pour into yourself and pour into your mental health. I feel like we give so much of ourselves to other people and other things, our 9 to 5, our creative, job, our friends, our relationships, and we forget to pour into ourselves. So now I make sure and I make it a habit to make sure that I'm taking care of me and doing what I need to do for me. And if that means cutting bitches off, that's
super important, because to me, I feel like you can't truly be productive without making sure that your mental health is okay. Because if you frazzled and dazzled all over the damn place, you could be booked and busy all damn day. But you're not. But it's probably gonna make you worse as far as your frazzle and dazzle, just because you just ain't got to figure it out. So I definitely do feel like it is important to, a lot of us, myself included. Well, no, because I was in therapy and stuff as younger. But I feel like a lot of us don't, as Black men and Black people in general, we don't really take mental health as serious. And I feel like it's not something that's one of those things that I would love to be unlearned in the Black community just in general. I feel like
They think focusing on your mental health or going to therapy means something is wrong with you. And bitch, something is wrong with you.
Yeah, and you know what also bothers me? And I said this in another video because I did a guest appearance on a podcast, and I said that I feel like a lot of men in general, I feel like a lot of the reason why Black men don't feel there's a necessity for any type of like mental health therapy or anything, or just anything. I think men, when we're younger, when we're kids, toddlers, whatever the case may be, a lot of us had those mothers where when we would cry, they'd be like, "Quit crying like some little girl. Quit crying like some."
My mom is still like that. She doesn't say quit crying like a little girl, but she said, "Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Like it could be a funeral. Why are you crying,
It hardens us a lot of the times, and then we grow up not having emotional intelligence to be able to know when we might need a little help, or when we are stepping out of line, or when we just whatever the case may be. So I do feel like sometimes, I'm sorry to say this, sometimes Black moms can be the catalyst of a lot of the goddamn mental. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yeah. But it's really, I don't know. It's for some reason I see those Black mamas. Don't cry like some little girl. Like,
were you raised by both parents?
I was raised in a 2-parent household, but I was raised with my grandparents.
Okay.
But my mom and dad, like, mama was a stripper. She was in and out of jail. My daddy was.
So who was more present? Was your mom or your dad more present?
My mom. She was.
That's why it's easy for you to say Black mothers, because that's your experience, which is also my experience too. But I also have friends who have Black fathers who are experiencing the same, who have the same kind of trauma as you and I. So
that's especially when it comes to the toxic masculinity thing. Because I got a whole bunch of brothers on my dad's side, and I think that I was really. It would take me a minute to come out to my dad's side of the family because it's all boys over. There's nothing boys, and I was like, "Oh God, this is."
Well, God is good.
Yeah, ain't it good? Because they all accepted me.
The thing about me is I didn't have to come out. I still have not said I'm gay to anybody. I mean, they know. Like, they've met boyfriends. My mom knows that I've had sex with the man. Like, they know. But I just feel like people don't come out and say I'm straight. Or, so why the fuck do I have to tell you I'm gay? Like, you just meet my lover or my partner, and that's how you decipher whether or not, like, men
my business is my business.
Period. I don't check on nobody else's sexual life and what they do.
However, I do want to say to people, you don't have to necessarily ever say the words "I'm gay." I feel like you don't have to say that if you're not ashamed of yourself. But I feel like the people who be ashamed of themselves and live their life trying to be like, "I'm not gay" and stuff like that, like, literally you're doing yourself a disservice, because once you stop caring about what the fuck other people think about you,
my God,
it's gonna lift so much weight off of your shoulders, and you're gonna be Jesus Christ.
Niggas Christ.
No, I say it wrong again. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I love that. Jesus
you better name a song that. You better name one of your songs that.
Yes, I'm gonna name my first gospel record, Jesus Christ, for sure. Jesus Christ, love that. Love that.
Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking you're saying nigga Christ.
No, but I mean shit, niggas Christ. Like
niggas Christ too, shit.
Niggas, what's wrong with these motherfuckers? Jesus.
No, but seriously, like, we as a community, as Black men, we have to do better with focusing on our mental health, because they already think the worst of us. They already think that we're just these terrible people, and a lot of our actions and the things that we decide to do comes from mental health and comes from trauma in our childhood. So I would definitely suggest that everyone, just do a little tap on the head, make sure you're good.
And you know what? Also, I'm glad you touched on the whole trauma part, because I feel like a lot of times, especially in the Black household, I don't want to give it to fathers or mothers or just whatever, but I feel like, and maybe in white households, I can only speak from a Black household perspective.
We don't know what them girls doing, and they think they know what we doing.
Listen, I'm BLAQUE. We black over here. So no matter how light it is, but like for me, lost my damn train of thought again. Ain't that
for you
bullshit?
In the Black household?
Yes, in the Black household, black in the household, and like.
My God, you gotta put the liquor there, honey.
In my household, we was Black.
Same here.
Oh no, I was gonna say more so like I feel like in Black households, I feel like Black parents, they don't really like to do a lot of admitting. I speak for Southern Black parents. they don't like to do a lot of admitting when they're wrong. They don't do a lot of apologizing. It's more so, I give you a house, I give you a roof, you eat, you do this. I don't got to say shit to you. And they don't truly realize that translates to us in very derogative, but detrimental ways as we grow up, especially men, because a lot of times we don't have emotional intelligence. Straight black men, a lot of the times, do not have emotional intelligence enough to deal with their women. They really do not.
I told myself going into this birthday, I made a list of things that I wanted to go into this birthday, feeling like this new year, feeling like I made my New Year's resolution on my birthday.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I said I wanted to do was break generational curses. I told myself that I wanted to get out of my own way and not be like the people that came before me, but be way better. And that's what I'm doing. Growing up, I wasn't raised by my mom. I was raised by my godparents. I moved with my mom when I was 16, and I love my mother. Me and my mother are super close, but we're not really connected emotionally. And like, I know she loves me, and she knows I love her, and we have a relationship, but we're not that connected emotionally. But she does have like,
I relate with that, friend.
Yeah, and she does have like this way of kind of blocking her emotions. I've never seen my mom cry. I've never seen my mom is a strong. That's what I know from my mom. She's strong. She doesn't let things get her down. She doesn't let things bother her. And I feel like that's a good thing, but that's also a bad thing, because it would be nice to see her emotional and to see her feel and to see her, but unfortunately that's not the type of woman she is. So I vowed to break generational curses. I'm very emotional. Sometimes I think I'm too emotional. The last nigga I dated probably thinks I'm fucking
and you
psychotic.
Probably are psycho. Listen,
I
you probably
am
are. I'm pretty sure listen, but the thing is, we can always like every nigga I've ever dated is crazy. But like, what did I do to make him crazy? You know what I'm saying? What did he do to make me crazy? Because I know he's telling everybody I'm crazy. But like, shit, sometimes you be saying to the motherfucker, and the end of that shit, you be so fed up, you be like, ah!
That's how I was in my last situation. I swear, I was like to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm fucking done with this shit. And now, like, and I still love him to death, but now I'm to the point where it's just like, if anything, if there's one thing that makes me think of anything that I dealt with in that relationship or in that situationship, it's a wrap for me. I'm not going back. And that nigga is crazy and toxic. I'm crazy and toxic too, but he's crazy and toxic.
What's your sign and what's his sign?
I'm a Libra. And
I don't know too much about Libra.
He's a Leo.
I don't know too much about either of those signs.
Yes, but Libras and Leos are very compatible.
Okay.
Very compatible.
Okay.
Very compatible. Like when it came to like surface level things, like us connecting emotionally, sexually, that was like, I'm not giving all that information out.
Okay. No. Okay, so actually, I'm trying to figure out, can you give me I guess an area? Like, I'm not trying to like figure out who it is. I'm just trying to
He's from up north. He's from up north.
Okay, and you're from what state again?
I'm from DC, so I'm from up north as well.
Oh, okay, so you're from the same place.
No, we're not from the same place.
But do you think that kind of have something to do? Because that's kind of where I was getting to. Because I know a lot of times when you are with somebody who's from we're gonna catch
girl, don't burn this house down. Not with me on this.
Lord, all right. So with that being said, like I was gonna ask, do you feel like sometimes whenever you date somebody who is from a different, geographical place than you are, that there could be an issue with, I guess, upbringings? Because a lot of times, based off where you're raised, I feel like I be feeling like crazy? All black people are raised the same. I be feeling like that for real, but you know really what's
crazy? That's what for me connected him and I the most.
Okay,
for me. I don't know. I can't speak for him, but for me, when we used to talk about, I hate that I'm even talking about him, but when we used to talk about, I know, it's all love. It's no hate between him and I. But we used to talk about like how he was raised, single mother, whatever. And I talked about how I was raised, and that's what kind of like connected me, how family oriented he is, how family oriented I am. So I think our upbringing kind of made it make more sense to me, because our upbringing was the same. Like both of our mothers worked extremely hard to take care of their children and do what they can for their children, and that's what connected us to me.
It's crazy because kind of going back on something you stated earlier where you was like, you would like to see your mom get more emotional. So my mama, is an OG. And it's super exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mama, for real, like, back where I'm from, I'll never forget one time I started a new job and I was in the call center. And this lady was, she was like, who's your mama? Blah, 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 blah. I started telling her, she was like, oh, your mama can fight. It was just, it bothered me that was the first thing that she thought about when she was thinking about my mother for whatever reason. My mama's been, listen, if y'all ain't gonna listen. Don't play with that lady, for real. But what I will say is, for me, I get so upset with her sometimes because I feel like my mama, she's an OG, so she's not, when I call her and I'm like, oh, I'm going through this, or I don't know what to do, or sometimes when you just need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers who are not emotionally open, especially to their sons, they be like, I don't want to hear all that shit right now. That's not, I can't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, that don't happen. My bad.
No.
Oh.
I was with you until that. I was with you until I understood you until that. Go ahead though. I'll let you finish.
Well, no, I'm just more so saying my mama would be like, here, you ain't about to mess my day up talking about all that stuff. So for me, like, I'll just be like, sometimes I think, damn, like, sometimes I need a mama. I don't need a thug. I don't need a gangster. I don't need an OG. Though? Yes, I have. But the thing about a lot of that older generation is they don't understand the importance of emotional intelligence as much as our generation does. I have a lot of hope for the next generation. I have a lot of hope for the next generation because I feel like our generation in general, and I feel like we're close enough to the same age where I can kind of categorize us as in the same generation.
I'm still in my 20s though.
Yes, he's still in his early 20s, and so am I. But like, I just feel like we are a generation that I'd be a little worried sometimes, but I do love the fact that emotional intelligence and mental health is becoming such a talked about topic because I feel like we have so much potential as parents to really change the outcome for how a lot of our men and women are raised growing up, like in the future.
I have 2 points.
Go ahead.
The first point is to your mother. Mm-hmm. Not to your mother, but about your mother. So my mom's like that as well. Right. My mom's like that as well. She's not like very much so like, I don't want to hear that right now. But sometimes she does kind of say, you know what? Why are you crying? You shouldn't be crying about that. There's other things to worry about in the world. And sometimes I have to say, Mom, I'm a human. I'm this age. This is my first time dealing with this. You may have dealt with this before. I haven't. Let me express myself the way I need to express myself. That's the first point. The second point is, yes, this fucking our generation and the generation coming after us is one of a fucking kind. I love how we like really stand 10 toes down on what we believe. We fight for our people. We make sure our opinion, we state our opinions. We stand true to what we believe. And I think that's important because growing up, we didn't have this kind of example. Like we had like little examples here and there, but we didn't have, our parents wasn't as vocal about their emotions. Our family members wasn't as, I don't want to get into the family thing, but
honestly, what it comes down to is like, and I'm gonna say this about the whole family thing. Let me just say this.
Oh Lord, Jesus Christ.
Y'all, instead of saying to your child, Uncle Lee, don't go in the basement with Uncle Leroy. How about you don't have Uncle Leroy in your motherfucking house, period?
What's Uncle Leroy doing in the basement?
But I'm just saying, how like sometimes it just comes with that whole, like I am not trying to put this on nobody because I have not asked, because physically I have not asked every single person that I have come across. So I can't say everybody. A lot of, now listen, I never had to go through this. I never had to go through this. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I get super emotional because I feel like it's so fucked up to do. But I also feel like some people just be putting on and saying stuff for a certain attention. But I feel like a lot of people that I've spoken to in the gay community and women have all experienced some type of sexual molestation or something from somebody very, 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 very close to them at a young age. So that's what I was more so saying. Instead of saying, don't go in the basement with Uncle Leroy, get that nigga out the house. He don't need to be in the house. You don't need to be sitting there trying to say, well, you don't need to go in the basement with him.
But
you need to
sometimes
say, you don't need to be here, period.
Sometimes we don't even get those types of warnings.
Hell no.
Most times we don't even get those types of warning, like don't go in the basement. Sometimes we're just already in the basement and Uncle Leroy is down there and then that whatever happens. But I do think that when and maybe it's different for this generation, but I do think that, you know, our generation coming up, it was harder to let our parents or our guardians know what was happening in those situations. And
a lot of times they don't
that didn't happen.
They don't believe you.
Yeah,
they are so close to the person that you're accusing. They like, whatever.
That's
my brother. That's my brother. That's my.
Bitch, if I'm telling you that he touched me, bitch, he touched me.
And
that's not my situation. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know? but to be, and I kind of said that just kind of to bring up more so mental health, because I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of these people out here that we may say, ooh, they are out here doing the most. They've probably had some type of sexual trauma.
That's good. No, seriously, because I used to really be like, I was honestly a really judgmental person.
I still am. No, listen, if you're getting 75 loads, ain't nothing that happened to you as a kid.
No, we can't judge them if that's how they decide. What I've learned is that you have to meet people where they are. If that's,
I ain't meeting you in your hotel room and give me none of those 75 loads.
No, I'm just not gonna be a part of the 75 loads. But I can't I mean, because I've never done 75. I've never. That's just.
You ain't got to tell how many.
Whoa, that's just whoa. I'm not judging, but that's like whoa, mama.
Like, he blew a cum bubble.
Baby, listen, that's 70. That means 7. Does that mean 75 people?
No. So actually, because I seen a tweet. Because I'm
break it down. I've seen that too.
I went to kind of go look. You know how that thing where it's like you don't like. Honestly, even with that whole Shamar thing, I didn't go look. I didn't watch the whole video, but I just had to go see.
Who's Shamar? Oh, Shamar. Oh, why are people so in a panic about that?
About his sex tape?
Why? Because he's handicapped?
No.
Why? He's human. He deserves it. We all have sex.
100% agree.
I agree with not wanting to see it, but
I think that he could, put some coconut oil on his face with his hair or something. Listen, whatever. He'd be a little dry. But
there's a lot of niggas out here that's dry. I feel like people were in an uproar about Shamar, and it's like the boy deserves to get pounded just like everybody else. Now, I mean, he does. We all deserve to get pounded.
We don't. I don't want to get pounded ever.
Not if you don't want to, but if you want to, you deserve to get pounded. And he has a body just like everybody else, so he has the functional pieces that's necessary to get pounded. Now, the 75 loads thing, that's a bit excessive. However,
no. Okay, so you asked me if it was 75 people. What I meant to tell you about that is, so I watched a thing. Because I was getting into a thing about like going to look for stuff that you don't want to see, but you just want to make sure it exists. But like I went to go see it, and he had said like one person had gave him 6 loads. So I don't know. No, for real. So
that's a lot.
That's a lot, and I don't even honestly.
In one night,
it would take you 2 weeks to get that out of me. Like what?
2 weeks.
Now I'm just more so saying you ain't getting 6 loads out of me in one night. That's literally
one fucking night.
That's not happening.
Where is it coming from?
He must drink a whole lot of water or something if he got that. I don't goddamn know. But I just feel like
so who? Okay, so let me get this right.
But some people loaded him more than once. So although it was 75 loads, I don't think it was 75.
75 loads of sperm in you is too much.
I feel like I would.
For one day, regardless if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't care. That's excessive. That's too much. You need to sit down. I'm not judging you. Get your life, but I would not allow 75 loads of. I don't even think I have enough body for 75 loads of anything.
Something earlier today, because you know how we were saying like, oh, we're not gonna judge you, but like. That's a lot.
I mean, seriously,
sperm babies. No,
it's excessive.
No, and that's kind of where I'm getting to. So the tweet that I sent earlier this morning, I don't know. You know how I said at 3:22 every morning, your mind just start, bing, 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 you start going to ham. I don't goddamn know. But I said, is it slut shaming if you decide you don't want to date a person that has 300 bodies on them? If so, then I guess I'm a slut shamer. I need somebody to help me understand this whole movement because stuff is getting crazy. You can't even call a hoe no more. Here's another question. Do you feel like you're single until you're married?
No, fuck no.
Okay.
I feel like I'm single until a nigga say you're mine, and I say
What
you.
the
I
fuck
mean,
you did?
he's talking about, but he's the sweetest person ever.
I get that, but also while I was talking to you, and then I introduced, I was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He was like,
"Most of my friends."
That's not okay.
That's not okay, and but
because I felt leaving there. Honestly, I felt some type of way. That's why